Hey, what's up, everybody? Jason Delgado coming to you live right after seeing Tron Ares. Saw it in IMAX 3D. It wasn't true IMAX, it was one of those converted AMC screens, but still cool to see. Um, yeah, see it on the biggest screen possible. So I'm a film critic. You can see my reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, Film Threat, Friends of Comic Cons. Um, But I'm also a fan. I've loved Tron, the original Tron, since I was a kid. Back in the early '80s, it was one of those things that the technology back then, the visuals, it was pretty mind blowing back then. Um, so, and Jeff Bridges, he's always a great actor. Bruce Boxleiter, he was great in the original. The whole cast. Um, So it was just something I loved as a kid. So going into this movie, I saw the Rotten Tomatoes, the divide between critics and fans, and that seems to be happening more often with these big blockbuster movies. Critics, it's around 55% at this time. Um, for critics, around 85% for fans. So quite a big difference there. Um, So yeah, you notice things like these, and I'm not gonna go into spoilers, but I will say the plot is so thin. There's not really a lot to spoil here. Um, but yeah, Jared Leto stars in this new one as Ares. He's the Master Control. He's a program, and he's a rebellious program. He doesn't obey his master, Evan Peters, aka Quicksilver. Um, Evan Peters plays the grandson of Dillinger, the villain from the original Tron film, and Peters is a villain. He's trying to bring the programs into the real world, and you see, if you've seen the trailer for Ares, you see that that's what he does. He brings the villains, he brings the programs into the real world. So you've got light cycles, you've got those giant spaceships. I forget what they're called at the moment right now, but everything. The visuals in Tron Ares are awesome, yeah, as you'd expect. The score by Nine Inch Nails, amazing. Just like the score for Tron Legacy with Daft Punk. You expect a great score, musical score from these guys now, and that's what you get. But like the critics said, the plot is paper thin. It's very thin here. There's just not a whole lot of story, and Greta Lee plays the lead role in this movie. I absolutely loved her in past lives. She's not given a ton of work with here. She's fine in this, but there's just not meat on the bone for her or the other characters to do much with. Yeah, I think Jared Leto gets the most, and he's pretty much playing Pinocchio. He wants to be a real boy. He's a program who wants to be a real person because in the start of this film, he can only live for 29 minutes at a time. Him and the other programs before they destruct because there's a bug that doesn't allow them to live longer than that. So that's kind of what the whole movie is about, trying to find the flash drive that has the information that Jeff Bridges' character from the original movie had on there to uh, to let these programs live for a long time. And let's see. Hi guys. Hi. Hi. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah. So great visuals, not much story wise going on. But if you guys have seen the film, let me know if you've seen it and what your comments are. Um, let's see. Yeah, let me know what you think. I had a friend who saw it who gave it a 7 or 8, pretty high ranking. Um, Me myself, I think I'd give it a 5 or 6. Sad to say, because I love Tron, but yeah, it's I know there's that whole controversy with Jared Leto. Um, that's that's not really part of the movie. I don't know the whole story with him, so I couldn't tell you. But in this movie, he does a good job. I don't know if there's people who are not going to see the movie because of him. I know similar things have happened with Tom Cruise. With Scientology, some people don't see his movies. Um, so uh, this movie is tracking to make, I think, around 85 million this opening weekend, which is pretty good. So we'll see how it does at the box office. You know, I, a small spoiler: there is another sequel teased at the end of this film. So you could always bet with a big blockbuster like this, if it does well, there's going to be more of them made. So I just really hope there's more story to tell, because honestly, there were times where I was yawning. I was, I don't get tired at movies. I don't fall asleep, but I found myself yawning a lot because there's just not a whole lot going on. There's the basic story, and there's the action scenes and the awesome Nin score. And, there's cool references. There's like a Depeche Mode joke reference that kind of gets used a couple times that I enjoyed. It's cool to see Jeff Bridges again. I wish they would have given Bruce a cameo like they did in Legacy, but oh well. There is a very cool sequence, I will say. This is another small spoiler, that they go back to the original Tron graphics in world, and you know it's very cool to see that world again. But it's just a very short thing in the film. I wish it would have been longer, actually. Um, but yeah, uh, you know, a great score and great visuals can only take you so far. You need a story and dialogue to make it interesting, and there are some interesting things. I didn't hate it. I But I didn't love it either, because there's just nothing to grab you, like a great movie does. A great movie will grab you emotionally, or character wise, story wise, dialogue. It'll pull you in that way. And I'm just sad to say Tron didn't do that for me, you know. Um, but it's not a terrible movie. The visuals are great, like I said, the score. So check it out. Let me know what you think. It seems like the fans are enjoying this much more, and I'm a fan too. Like I went to the Hall H Tron Ares panel at Comic Con. I was there with my buddies. I I'm a fan too. So and I'll be there right there again. For the next Tron movie. So drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I'm just dead wrong on this. But this is my honest opinion. You know, uh, I just got to keep it real with everybody. You know, like I compare it to the movie. I just saw the movie Christie. I don't know if I can really go into it yet. It comes out in a month. But the boxing biopic with Sydney Sweeney about the boxer Christy Martin, and I'll say that that's a great movie. Tons of emotion, tons of storyline, Sweeney doing a great job acting. She may even get an Oscar nomination. So when you look at great movies like that and you kind of compare it, it's like the two don't really compare. And yeah. So let me know, like, subscribe, let me know if you like the review. And maybe we'll be back again for the next big movie. All right. See you guys later.